make sure that this is going live. Make sure the technicals on these social media platforms is all working. Okay, looks like it is. If you guys can hear me or see me, drop a 1 in the comments, just so I know the audio is okay and the video is okay. Great to have you guys here. So today I want to share a little bit of a message. I want to share something with you in terms of how to flirt with a girl without being creepy, without needing to come up with funny, witty lines on the spot, but just to show her through your presence, through your actions, how to create attraction really at the end of the day. You don't need funny lines and techniques and things like that. And I want to show you an Infield example of exactly how to do that. So if you see, there's a link below. I'm running a workshop tomorrow on authentic attraction, how to attract women without feeling like you're wearing a mask. You can get the details on the link below. But like I said, I actually want to show you an Infield example, not just talk theory here, but give you guys an example of exactly what this looks like. So let me share my screen with you quickly. Boom. Boom. Okay. Hopefully this is going to come out. So far, so good. Let's jump into this and see how it plays out.
Yeah? But it was mutual.
Okay.
No, he was lying.
You must be from Joburg then.
How did?
Yeah, I'm right.
How do you know?
Okay, so this is an interesting thing over here. Ultimately, what attraction comes down to is, are you able to move a woman's system? Like, can you actually move her emotions? That's a really, really big part of it. And just there, just the way I was saying it, obviously this is out at a bar. So people are out, they're drinking, they're more festive. But the same mechanism is still at play. When I say, oh, you must be from this place, I'm saying it with this very penetrative energy, and it moves her system where this is obviously exaggerated, but it's very easy to see. She's like, ha, ha, ha. And she like laughs and goes all over the place. So that's an indication, okay, her system has been moved. Does that mean she wants to marry me on the spot? Not necessarily, but a lot of guys don't know how to move a woman's system, especially if you're a recovering nice guy. It's kind of like, oh, I don't want to say something mean or be perceived as weird. But sometimes you got to be direct. Sometimes you got to be a little bit edgy. Ask yourself this question: are you moving a woman's system? Now, the extreme example of this is you become a dancing monkey and you just do this all the time and you're not a real person. But you need to know, can I move a woman's system? If women are always bored, if they say, I didn't ever feel the spark with you, that's a good indication that you didn't move her system at a deep level. Let's carry on.
No, it's obvious. How you know?
It's obvious.
Is it?
Yeah, because you lost the fight. If you're from Durban, you would have won it. Okay, so again there, that's like a bit of a tease. She's like, how did you know? How did you know? And she was telling me some story, and I'm like, oh, it's obvious because you lost the fight. So this is like a little bit of banter coming in, a little bit of flirting coming in, where I'm not like, oh, wow, you're cool, you're amazing, all this stuff. I'm like, oh my gosh, you lost the fight. But it's play fighting, okay? We're joking together. I like to use the analogy. If you've ever seen lion cubs when they're growing up, it almost looks like they're fighting, like they're biting each other and pinning each other down, but it's all done in the spirit of play. That's how you want to think of flirting. It almost looks like a little bit mean on the surface. It can have these edgy little comments back and forth, but it's all done in the spirit of play. And that's what you want to look to bring into your interactions as well. Yeah.
But to be fair, I didn't play all my cards. I said I could have played a king.
You're actually super cute for a Joburg girl. Yeah.
Good vibes.
Wait, how old are you though? Okay, so this is interesting as well. There's a lot of interesting things going on here. She's telling me about this fight or whatever she's saying. She's like, I could have played an ace, I could have played a king. And you don't always have to do this, but this is an example of like, I'm leading the conversation. She's talking about cards or whatever. Sometimes the recovering nice guy can sit there and she's telling me a story about this. I have to be a good person and I have to listen. And sometimes it's great to be a good listener, but at other times it's just like I'm leading the conversation. As she's talking about something like, actually, you're very cute. It's like, where did that come from? Guys are like, how do I transition into like being man to woman? You just decide. It's on you to lead. Now, a lot of guys have a fear. They're like, oh, what if I get rejected? What if I come across as weird or creepy? If that ever, you have that fear of rejection, check the link down below for the Authentic Attraction Workshop tomorrow. That's what we're going to help you overcome so that you can boldly and confidently step forward and express your desires as a man, and not be worried about what other people are going to think. Step into that freedom of your own expression. So again, there I say, oh, you look very cute, and but wait, how old are you? And she kind of pauses and she's like, good vibes. So in that moment, what would you say she's feeling? I would say a little bit of confusion, a little bit of like, I don't know, 1 second you're telling me you're cute, next second I'm not sure what you're saying. And again, moving a woman's system, the mistake that the recovering nice guy makes is thinking only positive emotions is good for women. Now, this is kind of a bit of a taboo topic, but this is just what I've found to be true in my experience, that women have more capacity for a positive and negative emotion to signal attraction. So if you read any good romance novel for women, even if you take a very popular movie like Twilight, and you might be like, oh, what a load of nonsense, but there's a reason that women love that movie, or a lot of women do, and there's a balance between positive emotion and negative emotion. She falls in love with the vampire at the beginning of the movie. The second movie, the vampire breaks up with her. She gets heartbroken. Then they get back together. So I'm not saying you have to create these dramas of cycle in your relationships, but understand that that breakup was not the opposite of love and attraction, but in the bigger love story, it was a crucial part of the story. Otherwise, the story is just good, where it creates some contrast, it creates some differentiation. So I don't know why do women have these gears in their system. Some people are, oh, that's only traumatized women. I've seen this on women across the board. And you need to be able to skillfully and consciously, in a non-manipulative way, be able to use all of a woman's emotions, not just the positive ones. If you're not sure how to do that, join the workshop tomorrow. We'll be going deeper into that.
How old are you?
So you're 21, I got your ass. Come on, make it easy for me. Give me a fucking challenge. You're so much younger than me. You're so small and innocent. It's fucking adorable. I love it. It's amazing.
Okay, this is a bit of a different lesson we might end on here, where it's who's occupying the groundedness, the form, and who's embodying more of the chaos. So it can be helpful when women occupy more of the chaos. That means they're more in their feminine. Who's at a club? The girls are dancing and jumping around and having shots. Yes, you might like dancing as well as a guy, but the guys are a bit more grounded, a bit more stoic at times. That obviously means you can still laugh and have fun. But if you're the one who's all edgy and jittery in a conversation between you and a girl, that's not going to create attraction. You can clearly see in this dynamic who's more grounded, me or the girl. You can't really fake this. You have to learn to embody this. If you want to learn how to do that, check out the link in the description below. So I could go on with a lot more lessons, but I think that's a good place to pause it today. Hopefully you guys got some good takeaways. Hopefully you learned something powerful. Like I said, if you want to learn more about this, how to attract women, how to flirt, how to be witty, how to spark attraction without being someone you're not feeling like you're wearing a mask, check out the link below, the Authentic Attraction Workshop. It's kicking off in under 24 hours. So this is pretty much your last chance to jump in now before it's too late. And I will see you guys there. Let me know your comments below. Bye-bye.